So, why would you take ADHD medications? Why do millions take ADHD medications? What difference does it make? Well, it depends. For some people, it really helps with focus, the ability to stick with things. For others, it lowers the... And sometimes the difference is dramatic, sometimes it's not. But a majority of people who choose to try an ADHD medication and stick with it long enough to find the right dose of the right medication, it makes a positive difference. Otherwise, they wouldn't keep taking it. Now, of course, some people who have heart issues can't take a stimulant medication for the same reason they can't drink caffeinated coffee, hard on their hearts. Personally, an ADHD medication is the last thing I wanted to use. I resist it mightily because I have major concerns, because I've heard, and my doctor patiently addresses all of my concerns and the things I've heard, which turn out to be baseless, exaggerated, or in some cases, complete nonsense. So I ask, how will I feel? And he explains, the right medication will level the playing field. Less distractible, more focused, more intentional, able to stick with things. Still, even then, taking a stimulant to help me focus with things I should be doing that other people seem to do, felt like cheating. Unlike the 4 or 5 cans of caffeinated cola I've been taking, which probably cost a bit less than an ADHD medication until I factored in the dental bills for all the cavities. I've heard from a lot of people, and most people take time to find the right dose of the right medication. I got lucky. No real side effects to start with. I felt the same, but everything seemed to be easier to accomplish. I could start things and stick with them, even paying bills and tax paperwork. But that alone is disorienting. You see, when you have undiagnosed ADHD, you've been playing the game of life on a field that is tilted, and you're at the low end of the field. You're working uphill. You're struggling harder than everyone else because you're playing uphill. You don't know it. You think everybody else struggles as hard. They don't. But with the right dose of the right medication, everything can change. Now you're playing on a level playing field. You have the same chance as everyone else. I have heard from so many adults who adamantly refused to try medication, but finally, out of sheer frustration and desperation, they gave it a try and were stunned at the difference it made. Everything changes. Really, nothing changes, not yet. But you take the pill, suddenly you're able to focus, pay attention, stick with things until they're done. Very exciting. Finally, a chance to play on a level playing field. Finally, a chance to play the game of life and win. But what game is it that you want to play? Now you're able to focus and stick with something, and you can focus on, say, sorting that jar of buttons by color and number of buttonholes. Or you could spend 2 days making 3 sheets of homemade paper and a huge mess in the kitchen. Or you could make 4 mixtapes for your wedding, which is starting in an hour. The medication doesn't tell you what to focus on. That's the limit. It doesn't prioritize or schedule or offer common sense advice. It just levels the playing field. And a level playing field, think about it, just picture it. It's an empty field. You still need to go out on the field and play the game to win. The question is, what game do you want to play? And what are the rules of that game? How do you score points in the game? Who's on your team? What skills do you need? What position, what role do you play best? And then you have to practice and develop the skills to play that position, to play the game. You might get a good coach, find the right equipment, journals and apps and things like that, and then develop strategies to score goals and get practice at it. The role of medication is to give you a fair chance to win, to keep a journal, meditate, exercise, stick with a better diet, experiment with ADHD-friendly organizing tools and apps. It provides you with the stability, the foundation to develop your skills, then to play the game to win. But by successfully using a combination of tools and strategies, you can continue to win, perhaps someday without needing medication. But then, maybe you do. Whatever it is, the point is you're winning the game. So I hope that's helpful. If you have any questions, comments, or you'd like to share your experience, please do. And do share and like so more people get to hear about this and our tribe continues to grow. And if you want to support me in making these videos so I can keep making them, become a patron. You can go to patreon.com, look up Rick Green, and support me for as little as $3 a month. And that allows me to not only make the videos, but be able to upload them and cover all the costs and expenses and staff and so on. Anyway, thanks for listening. Have a great day, and can't wait to hear what you have to say. Ciao.